everybody. Welcome to Treasure Time and our annual Christmas program at FCTV. Today, we're going to have a story called A Baker's Dozen, which I'm going to read to you in just a minute. When we read together, it's a time that we treasure, and all you guys are treasures. And today I have with me...
My name is Kelsey.
And...
My name is Carolyn.
I'm Nicholas.
I'm Emery. I'm Maddie. I'm Nate.
And these wonderful guys are going to help me sing the treasure song. You are a treasure, you are a gem, you are a special sparkle of light. You shine in your glory to tell your own story. You are precious, you are unique. And now we're going to sing saying I am a treasure, I am a gem, I am a special sparkle of light. I shine in my glory, I tell my own story. I am precious, I am unique. And that's a song for all of you. And thank you, Ned, for sliding that under the table. And this is our story that we're going to act out later on. It's called A Baker's Dozen. And actually this story is from Albany, New York, where there was a Dutch colony once. In the Dutch colonial town, later known as Albany, New York, there lived a baker, Van Amsterdam, who was as honest as he could be. Each morning he checked and balanced his scales, and he took great care to give his customers exactly what they paid for, not more and not less. Van Amsterdam's shop was always busy because people trusted him and because he was a good baker as well. And never was the shop busier than the day before December 6th, when the Dutch celebrate St. Nicholas Day. At that time of year, people flocked to the baker's shop to buy his fine St. Nicholas cookies. Made of gingerbread, iced in red and white, they looked just like St. Nicholas, as the Dutch know him, tall and thin, with a high red bishop's cap and a long red bishop's cloak. One St. Nicholas Day morning, the baker was just ready for business when the door of his shop flew open. In walked an old woman wrapped in a long black shawl. I have come for a dozen of your St. Nicholas cookies. Taking a tray, Van Amsterdam counted out 12 cookies. He started to wrap them, but the woman reached out and stopped him. I asked for a dozen. You have given me only 12. Madam, said the baker, everyone knows that a dozen is 12. But I say a dozen is 13, said the woman. Give me one more. Van Amsterdam was not a man to bear foolishness. Madam, my customers get exactly what they pay for, not more and not less. Then you may keep the cookies, the woman said. She turned to go, but stopped at the door. Van Amsterdam, however honest you may be, your heart is small and your fist is tight. Fall again, mount again, learn how to count again, and then she was gone. From that day, everything went wrong in Van Amsterdam's bakery. His bread rose too high or not at all. His pies were sour or too sweet. His cakes crumbled or were chewy. His cookies were burnt or doughy. His customers soon noticed the difference. Before long, most of them were going to other bakers. "That old woman has bewitched me," said the baker to himself. "Is this how my honesty is rewarded?" A year passed. The baker grew poorer and poorer. Since he sold little, he baked little, and his shelves were nearly bare. His last few customers slipped away. Finally, on the day before St. Nicholas Day, not one customer came to Van Amsterdam's shop. At day's end, the baker sat alone, staring at his unsold cookies. "I wish St. Nicholas could help me now," he said. Then he closed his shop and went to bed. That night, the baker had a dream. He was a boy again in a crowd of happy children, and there in the middle of them was St. Nicholas. The bishop's white horse stood beside him in baskets filled with gifts. Nicholas pulled out one gift after another and handed them to the children. But Van Amsterdam noticed something strange. No matter how many presents Nicholas passed out, there were always more to give. In fact, the more he took from the baskets, the more they seemed to hold. Then Nicholas handed a gift to Van Amsterdam. It was one of the baker's own St. Nicholas cookies. Van Amsterdam looked up to thank him, but it was no longer St. Nicholas. Smiling down was the old woman with the long black shawl. Van Amsterdam woke with a start. Moonlight shone through the cracks around the shutters as he lay there thinking, "I always give my customers exactly what they pay for, not more and not less. But why not give more?" The next morning, St. Nicholas Day, the baker rose early. He mixed his gingerbread dough and rolled it out. He cut shapes and baked them. He iced them in red and white to look just like St. Nicholas, and the cookies were as fine as any he had made. Van Amsterdam had just finished when the door flew open. In walked the old woman with the long black shawl. "I have come for a dozen of your St. Nicholas cookies." In great excitement, Van Amsterdam counted out 12 cookies and one more. "In this shop," he said, "from now on, a dozen is 13. "You have learned to count well," said the woman. "You will surely be rewarded." She paid for the cookies and started out. But as the door swung shut, the baker's eyes seemed to play a trick on him. He thought he glimpsed the tail end of a long red cloak. As the old woman foretold, Van Amsterdam was rewarded. When people heard he counted 13 as a dozen, he had more customers than ever. In fact, Van Amsterdam grew so wealthy that the other bakers in town began doing the same. From there, the practice spread to other towns, and at last through all of the American colonies. And this, they say, is how 13 became a baker's dozen, a custom common for over a century and alive in some places to this very day. And that is the story of a baker's dozen. Before we put on our play, I'm going to give you a math problem to solve. At one point in the play, the baker has 2 dozen cookies, and the old lady comes and he gives her 13. So that's 13 taken away from 24. And then the 2 children come and he gives them each 2 in a piece. So that's 4 more taken away. And then the band guy comes and he gets a cookie. So how many are left? I'll tell you at the end of the show. And now we'll have our play.
I've measured exactly what I need to make 12 dozen ginger cookies. Now I will duplicate that number by 10, so I will have 10 dozen ginger cookies for tomorrow.
Hi, Mr. Van Amsterdam. I'm rushing today because all of my relatives are arriving tomorrow and I need a dozen cookies.
Here you are, Mrs. Miller.
How much do they cost?
They are 3 cents a piece, so that'll be 36 cents, please.
They look so delicious with their bright red frosting.
As they are fresh today, they should taste very good.
I'm sure they will. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hi, Mr. Van Amsterdam. We're on our way back from school. Do you have any cookies?
Yes, let me see what I can find. I have one with a broken leg and one with a broken head. Who wants which one?
How much do they cost?
Though they are broken, they're still 2 cents a piece.
But I only have a penny, so does Hans.
The ingredients are very expensive and are very expensive. I only can give you 1 cookie.
We were hoping.
You'll have to split the one with the broken head, and I can give you some more broken bits.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Van Amsterdam.
You're very welcome, children. And now be good and do what you're told. Good afternoon.
Yes, I'd like a dozen gingerbread men.
Here you are.
Is this all you're going to give me?
Yes, I give my customers exactly what they pay for. Not more or not less.
However honest you may be, Van Amsterdam, your heart is small and your fists are tight. Learn how to count.
Nothing seems to go right anymore. Ever since that old woman came into my shop, she has bewitched me for sure.
My wife has sent me to return this pie because it is sour.
My apologies, Mr. Croc. Would you like me to pay you another?
No, thank you, and we won't be buying any more pies from you.
sorry, Mr. Van Amsterdam, but this bread is so heavy and awful, I must return it.
Business has been so terrible this year. I will make 24 gingerbread cookies, and hopefully I can sell them to someone. If not, I'll have to give them to the poor. I'm so tired and discouraged. For now, I will just go to sleep.
'Tis the season to be generous, my friend. That which you give to others shall come back tenfold, I promise.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
I'd like 12 gingerbread men.
Here, I'll break the count of my dozen remaining cookies, since business has been so terrible this year.
Here.
Here's some change, but I'm short on pennies.
Keep the change and you'll be rewarded again.
Hi, Mr. Van Amsterdam. Do you have any cookies?
Yes, I can give you 2 each, one to eat and one to share with a friend.
I will give this one to my brother who is home and feeling sad today.
And this cookie I will bring to my friend who has just broken her leg and can't walk.
That sounds just splendid, children, and I wish you both a very Merry Christmas.
You too, Mr. Van Amsterdam.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Tony and I am a member of marching band and I need some cookies for 14 people by tomorrow.
I can give you 1 cookie to sample now, but you'll have to come back tomorrow because I'll have baked more.
Thank you. You are very kind and generous to give me one now.
You're very welcome, and what you give to others will come back tenfold, I promise.
Thank you.
'Tis the season of giving.
I have 24 cookies here. And we're going to see how many we have left. How many is 24? It's 24. I'm going to take a dozen away, 12. But the lady in black got 13 cookies. So this is an extra cookie. Then Hans and Greta each got 2 cookies apiece. So that's 13 plus 4 taken away. And then the band guy, Tony, he got 1. So that's 13 and 4 is 17 and 1 is 18. So let's see how many cookies we have left. From 2 dozen, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we should have 6 because 24 take away 18 is 6. Did I do it right?
Yes.
Yes.
I hope so. Without a calculator. So that's our little math problem. Now we're going to have a song with everybody.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love came to me, a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love came to me, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love came to me, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love came to me, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love came to me, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love came to me, 6 geese are laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love came to me, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love came to me, 8 maids are milking, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love came to me, 9 ladies dancing, 8 pigs are milking, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love came to me, 10 lords are leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids are milking, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love came to me. 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 ladies dancing, 9 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 13th day of Christmas, my true love came to me. 13 bakers baking, 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Whew. We wish you all a Merry Christmas.
And a happy Thanksgiving.
And a Happy New Year, too. Yeah, we all like New Year's up there.
Maybe we can all sing this. We
Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
On the first day of Christmas.
Carolyn,
Kelsey,
Nicholas,
Emery, Maddie,
Nate.